Okay, Wale. Alright, we're gonna start again. So I'm gonna click on the start commuter simulation. Okay, so we're gonna choose of the locomotions. There's 5 choices: walker, walker with pram, self push wheelchair, motorized wheelchair, and desktop wheelchair. So we're gonna go with VR walker. For the start and destination, we're gonna go with a block 516 bus stop to block 512. Okay, all right, so this will be quite a long one. So just to confirm, we're doing VR walker block 516 to block 512, and we're starting as a new commuter simulator. All right, so the VR is being booted up. Okay, so now look for the beam in the sky. Right, so that's your destination. And you walk how you travel to there as how you would if you were actually walking there in person. Alright, so we spend the first few times in first person view, especially walking up the staircase. We want to see this in first person. Alright, so I'm going to turn into third person view, see the path up the staircase. So Waling, can you just you walk by the shelter, but there was a path just now up the staircase that was an unsheltered path that you did not take. Is there a reason why you prefer the shelter over non-shelter?
Yeah, because this one goes straight to the HDB. Then I think that one over there, right? Then it's a straight up to the HDB itself, right?
Yep.
But then if you're like directly under the HDB, when you walk across, you're gonna end up here anyway, unless you're gonna walk across the car park.
Okay. Alright, can continue. So we're going back to first person view. So are you walking straight? As in, or are you feel like you're drifting again?
A little bit.
Drifting to the left? Can you maybe adjust the belt slightly to the right then? Alright, so what are you thinking about when you're looking around like that?
I lost the beacon.
Okay, so you can't find the beacon, is it? Alright, so the beacon is actually to your right.
Right?
It's behind the car park that you're looking at right now. Right, so you're opting to go around the car park.
I'm not gonna walk again. No, I cross car park, but asking to walk with the car park itself is different.
Okay. So do you know where you're going right now?
There.
Okay. Alright, so we've reached the destination. Okay, can we get a chair for Wan Ling?
Alright, so we've finished quite a few user tests today. Let me just manually check the data, see whether it's saved properly. VRCS test, and today's the 4th, so it'll be saved to 4. Each commuter has one folder, and looks like data and street furniture usage are saved into different files. So maybe taking a look at the location data first. Okay, so this was the first tester we tested. So it's a walker. Total time is around 565 seconds. Distance 385. The route is from block 516 bus stop to block 512. And I guess since this is location data, the location data is stored here with the timestamp and distance traveled. So let me just take a closer look at the data that's present here. Everything seems to be okay. From what I can tell, since the distance traveled is 0, it seems like this user might have taken quite a few stops along the way. Okay, so let me just take a look at the other file, street furniture data. So for this time under shelter is more than time outside of shelter is more than time under shelter. And apparently this guy used the stairs once. Okay. Maybe I'll take a look at another commuter data to see. Okay, so this guy used the RAM instead, and apparently total time seems quite short, so he might have taken a faster route. But other than that, I think so for the data it seems fine. I will need to look at it more using the built-in planner observation tools. Alright, so let me take a look at the commuter test stats. Okay, today's test for 4th. Let's see the first tester. And alright, so test description, date, trainee, test ID, duration status, street furniture usage, frequency. Okay, it looks like this guy used 1 stairs and he walked outside of shelter more than under shelter. This guy is around 6 minutes walking outside of shelter. What about someone else? Training tree maybe. Okay. So this guy also used 1 stairs, but he's sheltered. He's walking outside of shelter significantly higher than under shelter. Although it seems to be a trend. Both of them still walked outside of shelter longer. And it's actually around the same, just around 30 seconds difference. What about someone else? 11? Okay, so this guy actually walked pretty fast, and he walked under shelter more than outside. And instead of a stairs, he used a ramp actually. Okay. So we go back to number 1. It seems like those that took the stairs actually walked the longer path compared to those that took the ramp. But I'll need to look further into the data to confirm that. Okay, so now let me take a look at the commuter trail and street furniture display. So for this, it brings up a filtering menu where I have to select the route and locomotion, similar to the other tools. And for now, let's stick with PC motorized wheelchair. Then let's see, block 512 to block 516 bus stop. So yep, we had 1 tester today and 1 tester on the first. So let me just launch the tool. Okay. Alright, so before I look at the paths, let me look at the UI first. Alright, so I can set my camera fly through mode from fly through to top down, and top down I can set the zoom level, so I guess this will let me examine paths easier from a bird's eye view. And I can also zoom in using the mouse wheel or with this slider, and I can close and open the side menu with tab, similar to the other tool. I can move around with AWSD again. So let me take a look at the filtering options now. So if I deselect all, it will not show these labels, which I assume is the street furniture usage. So if I were to deselect ramp, so it will not show ramp. If I were to deselect stairs, nothing will happen, because I'm assuming since these were wheelchair users, they didn't use stairs. As for rendering distance, it seems like it will display the furniture that's closest to me. So I guess if I do this, setting it to 200, and I were to travel yep, it will only display what's within 200 meter range of myself. Okay, so let me just set this to 1000 again. Then, so taking a look at the commuter trails now, not focusing on the UI anymore, it seems like there were two testers and they straight away split and took different paths each. One of them actually went through the car park, it seemed, while the other took a more standard route, it seems, walking through shelters and buildings. So switching to top down again, so if I double click this, I can actually snap to where the furniture is. So switching to this top down view will allow me to see that actually, although they took different paths at the start, they converge at this ramp. So both of them actually only use this ramp. And it seems like yep, the one on the right went directly through the car park, so it might have opted for a shorter route, while the one on the left actually went through the buildings and shop houses instead. So he might have decided to take a safer alternative route rather than risk coming into contact with cars and drivers. But in the end, they still converge on this one ramp. Okay, so I think that's it for these testers. Let me just take a look at somebody else. Okay, so I will be taking a look at the heat map tool for the test we did today. So just let me click this, and then it brings up a filtering screen. I see. So I need to select the route I want and the locomotion that we use for testing. So we tested Walker, and we had two routes today. So bus stop, so 512 to 516 bus stop, this route had 4 testers, yep. And 516 bus stop to block 512 should have 3 testers, yep. So maybe I'll just take a look at the 3 testers for block 516 bus stop to 512 using the Walker locomotion first. Okay, so I see the tool is loaded, and for the controls I can toggle the side menu on and off using the tab button. I can zoom in using the mouse wheel, or the UI. I can move around with AWSD, the key. I can change the camera speed. Then I can toggle heat map details on and off. So for cell density, it should represent the amount of testers in each that took this route. So in each route, so if I were to zoom out and get a clearer picture, it seems like the testers mainly took the same path for the start, but after which they split, and one of them seems to have cut across the road leading to the car park, while the other might have chosen a more sheltered path. Seems to be walking under shelter more and under buildings more as well. Interesting. So I guess the one on the left, this path on the left, one cutting through the route near to the car park, seems to have taken a more direct route, whereas this others here probably took a more sheltered or possibly even safer route. Okay, so I think that's that for the testers using this route and Pacific locomotion method. So let me just go back and look at the others.